Next item is the police annual report. Please.
Mr. Mayor, I have Chief Investigator Hamtramck and Deputy Chief Molesky here for this. And I believe they have a nice presentation made as well.
Want to put that on the slide? So, Mayor, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Distinguished council, we're just going to give a quick overview. I know we have a few minutes. So, I just want to, my 4 T's, which I call it's trust, transparency, training, and technology. These are the 4 items that I believe are going to enhance the Hamtramck Police Department. It's a picture of one of our generals. They're our youth academy basement. So in review, when I first came here, the first thing I noticed that there was a lack of community engagement with, police engagement with the community. So that's something I take very seriously. The first, I started the youth academy, which I started with 20 kids, ended up having 63 children, all of them from Hamtramck. One of the best events. Mayor attended as well as some council here. Thank you for being very supportive of it. I think it brought the community together. And actually, some of my friends from New York decided to bring their children here because of that. And we talk about bringing people. How do we bring people to the city? Police department plays a big role in that, attracting good people to this community. I'll just play a small little video, just gives you a little insight, so you don't have to hear my voice. You gotta put the volume? Yeah.
Let me see if I
It's
can
okay.
do something from here.
Right there. Oh, it's not working.
Volume's down. On the video round.
What is it? Hold
The
on.
video, the volume on the video is down.
Okay, hold on, let me get back to it. I don't know what happened.
Wanna try it?
No. I got you, Ron. Lower right corner. Turn the volume up.
It is. Yeah,
And playing through your computer. Are you muted?
The department embarked on a journey to revitalize and redefine
It's
models.
okay.
2024 was a year of transformation for the Hamtramck Police Department under the visionary leadership of newly appointed Chief Altieri. The department embarked on a journey to revitalize and redefine modern policing. This is the 2024 recap of Chief Altieri, where we look back at how his 4 core principles, trust, transparency, training, and technology, have reshaped public safety in Hamtramck. At the heart of Chief Altieri's vision is trust. Recognizing that trust is the foundation of effective policing, Chief Altieri prioritized community engagement, from neighborhood meet and greets, business engagement, and youth outreach programs. Officers work to build meaningful connections with residents. The department launched initiatives to increase accessibility and dialogue, ensuring every voice in Hamtramck's diverse community was heard. One of Chief Altieri's hallmark achievements was the creation of the first ever youth and citizens academies, which not only brought residents of all ages into the fold to learn about law enforcement operations firsthand, but opened dialogue and insight to the department and community. Hand in hand with trust is transparency. Chief Altieri introduced regular public briefings, social media updates, and a state-of-the-art online portal where residents can track and follow crime statistics with a weekly integration of ComStat. This unprecedented level of openness has fostered accountability and strengthened the public's confidence in their police force. To better serve the community, Chief Altieri emphasized training. Officers underwent various training sessions in internal affairs, tactics, cultural sensitivity, and mental health response. Finally, technology has been a game changer under Chief Altieri's leadership. The Hamtramck Police Department implemented cutting-edge tools such as enhanced data analytics, fraud prediction and assessment software, and the development of a drone technology program to improve operational efficiency and public safety. These advancements were complemented by a department-wide upgrade of vehicles, weapons, and communication systems, ensuring that officers have the resources needed to perform at their best. Another critical milestone was recruitment. To bring staffing up to full levels through attentive hiring practices, Chief Altieri's commitment to diversifying the force and recruiting top talent has brought fresh energy and perspectives to the department. 2024 was just the beginning. Chief Altieri's commitment to trust, transparency, trade, and technology, alongside groundbreaking initiatives that set a new standard for policing and Hamtramck, Alexandria states together. We are building a safer, stronger community for all.
I appreciate that. Also, if I would add to a fifth principle, that fifth principle would be teamwork, because you can't do anything without creating a great team. That's why we recruited a good friend of mine, David Hamtramck, as well my deputy chief. Without them, we can't succeed. You can't do it alone, and I believe that wholeheartedly that creating an effective team will take this department to a whole nother level. Some people need a little more development, maybe they need training, but we can work together to get where we need to be. So I'll bring up, please, Deputy Chief, who's been a great partner of mine, and he's been really effective in bringing down crime. So he'll give us a little about the stats. Go ahead.
Mayor, Council, thank you for having us. As I'm going to go over the annual crime for 2024. I know social media seems like crime's up everywhere and everyone's up in arms, but as you can see, we're doing pretty well. Murder obviously is down, biggest crime down 100%. CSC down 50%. Robberies down 20%, and we just had a rash of them, but we're in the process of, I think we got some good leads so we can put an end to that. Police assaults are up a little bit, so we're gonna keep working, do what we can to do to be out there. Burglars are down, and I think that's, we were getting hit by, and our detectives did a great job and ended a crew that was hitting us in Detroit, that we'll go to later, so that was a real big, proud of the detectives in the department working on that. Larcenies are up. It's hit and miss because they changed it now to retail fraud. It used to be separate, so it looks like it's up a lot, but I don't think it's probably very similar to what we've had in the past. And we all know auto theft, right? Every day in the crime logs, everything else auto theft, but it's down, which it's Livonia, any city you go to, it's up, right? It's the technology of these cars, so we're out there every day doing the technology we have to do that. Vehicle crashes are down. The vehicle fatalities are down 98%. So the overall crime is down 10.235%, which is, a step in the right direction. Obviously, we'd like to be down lower, and that's what we're able to do. But hopefully by next year we come in and it's down 25%. We're trying to do that way. Trending with a 3.7 drop from 2020 to 2024. So we're getting a lot of new officers dedicated to the city, and we're going to continue to be out there and keep moving in the right direction on the crime stats.
Just to say, when I first came here, we didn't have a system to actually calculate, what's the crime, what is up compared to last year. We had a very, staggering report. It wasn't condensed, it wasn't utilized effectively. So I introduced ComStat, which the NYPD has been introduced way back during Commissioner Brand's years. And that's what we're implementing here. We're tracking stats, but we're also tracking crime trends and patterns. That's how we're able to tackle crime effectively. But without doing so, we can't do it without our partners from the DEA, the FBI, as well as the Wayne County. And our special investigator, David Hamtramck, will give a little insight on that. Why is it so effective to work with these fellow agencies and local agencies?
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Mayor, Councilman, so a lot of the city has known that we've had somebody assigned to the Drug Enforcement Agency since the mid-1990s. For a long time, the city has recognized much benefit from having that person assigned to that unit. There's obviously benefits, but it's also a very proactive and insight role to the opioid pandemic that we're seeing across the country. And obviously having one of the major border crossings here within 10 minutes of our city with the Ambassador Bridge and another one, Pochester Street, happening, it's a good thing to have that officer still assigned to that unit. The local and county partnerships. Historically, the city of Hamtramck has had a stolen auto unit. I know stolen auto, like the chief had said, the deputy chief had said, is a very hot topic in this city. Historically, Hamtramck has had its own auto theft unit, but it was very limited. You had a couple officers partner with Highland Park, and it didn't realize all of the potential capabilities of partnering with a partnership like Detroit with their commercial auto theft unit. That's one of the units that I actually partner with them, but we are able to actually realize substantial technology pieces of fraud equipment, fraud predictive modeling, access to, when somebody steals a vehicle in Hamtramck, within 60 seconds, they're already at our border. maybe 90 seconds. So by having that resource and then talking with Detroit, most of our vehicles end up there. So by partnering with them to be able to utilize that cross-sharing of data that hasn't happened historically is really monumental to help bring this down, because we're identifying where these vehicles are going, and then sharing resources. They're able to provide additional officers for us as well. The county component piece, yes, I'm deputized as a special deputy. I'm assigned to a fraud unit specifically with the opioid crisis, as well attached to their narcotics unit, as well as a fraud component. It's kind of unique that we happen to follow Plant Moran's proposal. Nobody usually wants to follow that type of presentation, but this is something that actually the chief and City Manager Max Gabarino and myself have had meetings on with respect to some of that revenue model piece that we talked about. We've already had discussions on proactive discussions that we're getting ready to roll out with our income tax department, with Pam, that we are already reviewing reports for fraud against the city for them not failure to pay income tax, basically, business as well as residential. We're anticipating this program to kick off here in the next 30 to 60 days. That will have potential realization of revenue upwards of $300,000 to $500,000 that people are not paying. There are substantial businesses that are not paying. There's also substantial residences, homeowners that are not paying as well. So it's not, it's not something that, every other city doesn't see. It's just something that we have to bring back into compliance, and it's a substantial revenue component. So that's one of those as well. And then the last piece of joint partnership that we have that we really don't advertise, most cities don't, is our cooperation with the FBI. We have a joint terrorism task force. Actually, our deputy chief is assigned to that unit right now. We have another officer that's going to be, now that he's deputy chief, being replacing him with that. But basically, that partnership is there in case a large terroristic event were to happen. The departments share the resources, share the technology, how to respond if something were to happen locally, as well as other higher profile things that happen. So with that, that piece is on there. It's just not something we advertise on a normal daily basis. But that's all. Thank you, Chief.
All right, so something also, internally, we had a lot of changes. We created a lot of policy, overtime policy that we didn't have in the past. A lot of evaluations, believe it or not, most officers didn't have evaluation. Well, that's a big thing here. I know a lot had a little battle with some people. Some of them are not here today, but we're glad to have Deputy Chief lead the way on this, making sure that we evaluate our officers. Are they working effectively? Are they doing the right thing by our community? So these things are very important to me. And go ahead.
Like Deputy Chief had said, we've been, working together throughout the history of this department. The first year, like anything else, you're getting training, you're getting evaluated, and then, you're just getting evaluated in day-to-day work. But now we want to develop a yearly, hey, here's your evaluations, do different things, and I'm in the process of getting that started. Obviously, the interactions, how you're dealing with the community, you're getting graded on at different evaluations there. The safety for community and for us is a huge thing. When we have a younger police force, it's very important that we're teaching. Somebody that's old like me, it's got to make sure the younger guys can handle it, because
on that old stuff.
Going on running anyone. The reporting of evaluating officer documentation, report writing, readiness for daily operations. It all goes hand in hand with everything else. We, did the eye test, but now it's developing this program, and by next year when we're doing this report, we'll have a full on implementation of the report for the evaluation. So it's a very good thing we're going to be doing in the near future. So.
Last but not least, we're still working on the city manager and just restructuring the whole command structure, because it's very important to know where people stand, as well as it's a paramilitary organization. In order to effectively address the safety issues, the organization structure had to be reformed. That's the updated one as we're currently utilizing now, but we have a structure which is clear and identifiable by everyone in the department, as well as the council and everyone else. It's important to have that structure, to have an effective team, but also an effective organization. And the highlights, like I said, this has been a great honor for me to be a chief here. I'm very honored to really, a lot of people when they told me, Jamil, you're the commanding officer, you're a very reputable person, you could have been a chief at NYPD, and I always tell them I'm very proud to not only be a resident here, but a chief of police in Hamtramck. I'm proud of the city, proud of the people I work for, proud of the council, part of the mayor, as well as the team, our city manager, everyone. So thank you for giving me the opportunity, and we're here to keep you safe. It's what we do. That's it.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair. Chief, on comms tax for the 2024, if you could, because people say there's a lot of theft, in 2024. So, and that shows that some of the things went down. So if it's possible that, you post that, we're able to show, how was it previously and how is it now, that there is some of the, items or things are actually less, like a theft, car theft.
Can I address something, Chief?
Go ahead.
I just, real quick, and you would know back in the day. So when I first started, and this is, city manager would know this, 2001, in the city alone, I think we average over 700 cars a year stolen. Okay, that's saying we're down to about 120. Okay, 700 stolen, and that's not including the attempted stolen, which were up near 800 itself. So we had about 1,500 just stolen cars, but we didn't have social media, right? So no one complained, it was just the way we go. So we are working on it, but yes, it's a good way to get posted, but I just want the residents to know that it's came a long ways. It doesn't seem like it because no one wants to get their car stolen. But, I mean, it was bad, you would remember. I mean, literally, if you had a Dodge Caravan, if you didn't have it bolted to the door with 8 clubs on it, it was getting stolen. So it was just unfortunate, but we have came a long ways, but just the perspective of it, which is crazy. People don't believe me that there was that many cars, but if we go back, it was that crazy, so.
I just want to thank you, Council, since you mentioned that, because, there's a difference between perceptions and reality, and it's up to us to really present the facts. We do post the ComStat via, but also the reports, maybe in the 4 other report, send it to the city manager, KIRCHNER, where you
No,
can
I'm
have
saying
it.
this latest one.
Oh, yeah.
It's for the 2024.
Oh, yeah, we'll post, yeah.
Yeah, so people could
Yeah.
see.
So we
how
do,
it-
we do a weekly ComStat.
Yeah, I know, I see
No,
that,
no,
I see that.
Sorry, yeah.
And then also the video, if you post a video by itself, that shows
Yeah.
the history of the whole department.
That's why it's so important to have data, because I think the data-driven is based on science, not based on just luck or perception. We want it based on facts, and that's how we address our crimes with facts,
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can I ask a question? How many full-time police officers you have?
You can't
You
answer
can't
that.
answer that.
No?
Yeah.
So, especially when you started, I see you have been a lot of recent hiring. Like, all those ex-officers, detective, everything after hiring, 10% crime down. Do you think it's satisfactory, or what is your personal opinion today?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it goes back to, technology definitely helped us a lot. The MOE, the memorandum of understanding, that we have a lot of good shared, intelligence sharing with technology with Detroit. That helped us tremendously. We had the deputy chief himself of Detroit come here and give me the MOU to sign. They want to build that relationship. So there's a lot of stuff I want to build back, because at the end of the day, we need their help, we need the other people's help, but also having additional officer experience. The last officer we hired, he's from the city of Flint, comes with over 20 years of experience, former detective. These are the kind of people we want on this department. We just lost 2 when I first got here, they left. So I think now we stand in good standing when it comes to personnel. It really goes back to development. We got to develop these officers, not just a matter of just having them there, but really just making sure that we develop them to be effective. How are they addressing crime? That's the whole notion of creating this evaluation system, is really to push them to be more effective police officers. When we get that call, how are they addressing that call? How are we following up with detectives? That was something I think Councilman Rafai mentioned, that there was issues with the follow-up, and that's why we had to move some people around, change personnel. So I think we're doing great. I think we have a great team here, the people doing great things.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I think we have, we like the idea that you work to diversify the police department, which is a great thing. I think the council has been doing everything needed for the police to enforce, to empower the police department. The generous increase in salary for over the next 5 years is something big that we approved. I think over 1.3 million or so will be given as a salary increase. That makes you equal to the neighboring cities like Detroit. And then we approved buying all the new vehicles for the police. I know that you hired new people, but I heard that some people left. I don't want to know the reason in public, but that's something that we should I mean, you should take into consideration to see what issues, what was the cause behind that, and we appreciate everything you do to serve the community.
Thank you, Mayor, and I appreciate the mayor, the council, and like I said, you've been supportive of all the events from the Youth Academy, Citizens Academy, and at the end of the day, it's important that we're critical of the police department. That's why I'm here, and so I take those criticism as an opportunity to fix the problems and advance the police department. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, your report.